Hello and welcome to our round 4 map from our 8th Newcomers tournament. What is there to say about this one? Another power colony. All these low prices.
Yeah. Low prices are always interesting.
Yeah, this is really a tricky one for me. I'm often guided by the green prices, and here there are none. So, what I am interested in getting into power somewhat early because of the power colony.
Yeah.
Is there a good way to do that?
Scavenger, I guess? Not even then, though. I mean, if you found right in the middle, none of the aluminum you'll be taking will be on cliffs. None of the carbon really works with cliffs. I guess the water, maybe, but that's weak water. And there's always nukes again, because Pollina hates all of you.
Nukes are a big issue. And as always when there are nukes, I also want to look at scientists, because they avoid the whole issue. A scientific building works no matter what the quantity is on the tile below.
It's a nice idea, but I'm not sure there's any scientific found I would want.
I don't see one.
One thing with scientists especially is that they tend to have a harder time getting into power. Unlike, say, nomads or scavengers, they don't naturally collect carbon or silicon. They don't have the expansive bonus of half the price of geos. And I guess also elites have the silicon. So they don't have a natural way into power. And in a game like this, when there's also no good market to make money in early, that could lead to a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, there's no good scientific fund, but I think I can make it work northeast by the water and aluminum and ship some steel in.
It's probably doable. There are only magnetic storms this game, no pirates, so it seems doubtful that someone will want to be attacking your remote steel early. Unless you look like the only scary person. Who knows? People make odd decisions.
Yeah.
Besides that, I really don't know what to do.
Yeah, I call this map pretty evil actually. It's really hard to see the best choice.
Yeah, the nomad founds are all pretty sad. No adjacency on any of the silicon, no decent patches of silicon, so you get nuked out. I guess you can still return claims to get around some of it, but it's not pleasant at all. And water is also just difficult this map. Only the one high water tile, no adjacency on that. Lots of mediums scattered about. Which is never fun with nukes. Yeah. So you might just end up as a robot, path of least resistance.
Yeah, okay, so one fun I'm looking at that's a bit special because it's a power robot. But at the northeast corner, there are 3 carbon tiles that also have decent wind. Yeah. So you could go HQ1 wind there somehow, I think. Yeah.
Don't do that. Go triple quarry.
No, you do that actually. It's not bad.
I mean,
you have access to the iron?
I guess so. I mean, I don't think you want to go triple quarry to start. Well, I guess it's fine, I guess. There's no great alternative market for you to be jumping into. Triple quarry gets you to quick turbines.
Like at least 2 turbines right now?
Probably.
Try it out. I want to know.
Fine. Okay. I think I'd want to stick with that. No, I think I can still afford this one. I don't think I'd want to go triple turbine to start, though.
Yeah, maybe not.
That would crash the power price a little much. And a part of me would want to go triple quarry to start just to let the power price rise a little more. But I guess that also extends an invitation for someone else to mess with your plans. One thing you definitely never want to do as a power robot, just to be entirely clear, never found with debt if you're going to start with the power play.
Right, yeah, it's not a good first found, but it is an option in your playbook at least.
Right, the reason for that, of course, is that power pays off your debt before it generates cash for you. Without cash, you can't really do much, it turns out.
Yeah. And then there is one play that always works as a backup if everything is terrible. That's if you found elite near the colony and HQ2 you build a pleasure dome.
Please don't try that. No.
HQ3 and offer.
I mean, it can work, but I think it's very, very difficult to be successful doing that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a good play, I'm saying it's a good backup play if there really isn't anything.
I don't think it's a good backup play unless you're very, very comfortable with elite.
I mean, yeah.
Because there's so much potential for you to run into all sorts of dead issues trying to get set up. You just don't have good access to anything there. Besides aluminum, which is really not helpful this game. It's water too, but eh.
Alright, so what would your four founds be?
Scavenger in the middle.
At least 2 scavengers.
Either robot or expansive between the iron aluminum to the east. Another robot further to the east. Yeah. I don't know. I don't love any of these. I'm willing to take them.
Yeah, I'm really worried about the scavenger. Because of the low carbon and low aluminum. Even though glass is also low, you're gonna have to make money somehow. Maybe reactors?
Yeah, I mean, I think the likeliest path is wind onto the water right to the east of that, and then if that doesn't work out, if power crashes out, you transition to water and go into reactors. And then you get nuked out on your medium water and you lose.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what are you gonna do about that?
Off-road is painful sometimes, you just have to deal with it. I don't love any of the positions I can found the scav either. There's no way I can crush carbon and get a decent found.
Yeah, none of the carbons.
Probably do something like that.
Something like that.
And then HU2 wind or slash water.
Yeah, that looks right. Probably end up going for a third carbon on HQ2 as well, just to get a lot of carbon in while I can, before I start getting nuked, and also so I have a little more room to transition 2 quarries into reactors if I end up wanting to do that.
Yeah. So if you saw this, Pollina, where would you found? As the third.
It's the third. I don't really like any of these. I mean, the water, aluminum in the east, probably. And then...
As scientist, or?
I would also...
I don't think as scientist, but maybe. Although with the low prices, I don't really love the scientists, so maybe just expensive. Or...
I think most fans could work with that spot. I might consider doing something with a nomad. Take the found between the 2 high silicons and then take the water aluminum area.
Yeah, that's a risky play though. But yeah, as you said, none of these funds are very good, so you just have to find the least bad one.
Yep.
The risk is getting nuked, and there's not a lot of silicon on the map at all, really.
Right, and because every found has to deal with the risk of getting nuked, I think there's a strong incentive to want to found later, so you have earlier access to the goon squads before you get the nukes dropped on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this will be a very interesting match to see tomorrow.
Especially, it will be interesting to see how people use the black market on this one.
Yeah. I mean, there is a case to be made that there won't be a lot of nukes because there's no way to afford the black market with this price.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We shall see. Anyway, I think if somebody's gonna win this, it's gonna be the one who can abuse the power money somehow.
Would you plan for an HQ for off-world and then when prices are this low?
I don't think I'd ever plan that far ahead, personally.
Okay. Like,
there's always potential.
oxygen's decent. If I look at the prices, well, I don't know.
I'm actually more worried about oxygen being the launch than anything else, just because there's not enough water to support mass reactors, and...
Yeah, that's true. And there are dynamites at mutinies, so it makes it a bit harder too.
There aren't any goon poppers, at least.
Right.
Goon poppers being your network virus circuit overloads, things that typically aren't super impactful if they're dropped on you, although they can be. So they're often used to just target a goon squad and clear that off so you can land your dynamites or mutinies.
Yeah, I think off-world will be strong, because one other factor except the low starting prices is a power colony will drive prices much less than any other kind of colony, because power is easier to produce than the other types of colonies. So I expect you will need to go off-road to make it much money.
Either pleasure domes or off-road, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.